There's one. There's one. There were astrologers throwing videos around the internet going, violence is coming, violence is coming. Oh, did I want to slap that woman? Because she's telling people to be prepared to look at the violence. Don't do it. It's going to happen anyway. Our job is to turn away from those moments, not to deny them. Not to pretend that they haven't happened. That's called spiritual bypass, and you do that, and you'll have stomach cancer in about 15 years. And again, I'm not kidding. You cannot pretend those things are not happening. You cannot pretend that this is not a terrifying moment. But you don't have to live there. You really, really don't. That's a choice. Suffering is optional. How do you do that? You just say something like, that's not what interests me. Here's what interests me, light and love. Seeing the peace, even if you have to see the peace in between the bullets. It's there. And I mean literally, think about it. Bullet after bullet. I just can see flying bullets, or I can know that in between each bullet, there's a moment in the breath of God that says there is no war. And that's what I'm going to affirm is so. Now, if I deny that the bullet exists, I might get shot. But if I turn away from that consciousness and focus on this consciousness, then I'm doing my job. My job. My job is to raise the vibration of the planet. Raise the vibration of love and light on the planet. I'm doing my job right now. This is part of my job, literally. Right? It's all of our jobs, though. It is literally like working in a big sort of office building. And I get onto the elevator at the beginning of the day, and there are those people who work on the 25th floor. And I know what they're doing up there. They're making bombs, and they're creating chaos, and they're mongering fear. And I say, hello, good morning, have a nice day. But I get off on my floor. You see? I don't judge them. I don't wish they were going away. I don't pretend that it's not existing. I don't say that, oh, that's not happening in my world. It is. But I know what I'm up to. I know what it is in my responsibility to do. And one of the elements of this Pluto and Uranus squaring each other, this Uranus, this lightning fast thing is, oh my God, is thought becoming form quickly? It is alarming how fast this is happening. Now, you can either see this as something fun and engaging to participate in, or you can be at the affect of it. And if you're going to choose to be at the affect of it, watch out, because all thought becomes form on some level. All thought becomes form on some level. That is a law that we live in. Sometimes the form is just going to be how you're feeling. That's a form. That's as solid a form as this if you're living through that feeling. And it's going to feel just as permanent if you let it. So our responsibility then is, again, to turn towards the thoughts we are desiring to have, the ones that we want to have repeat. Again, not from denying the scary, chaotic ones, because, boy, anybody who can be really not a little bit frightened now and then out there in the world with a little news on or a little internet, you know, in that 2 minutes of my homepage on the internet coming up before I switch over to email and Facebook, you know, there's a lot flashing by on the MSN page, you know, and I need to know a little bit about what's going on in life. I don't want to be living in a vacuum, right? But then again, I just have to simply keep choosing light and love. The practice that you engage yourself in becomes a big part of this. It's what you're choosing to do on a regular basis to support and nurture your spiritual practice. Not